Welcome back. It's always great to see our friend Haley Page from Price Cutter because local matters, and it really matters to her because that's her job.
That is your job.
That's your job, Haley Page.
Haley.
It's my job. I have to.
I have to care about that, and you do.
And she really does.
Yes.
And I love, we're in the morning, and we love some coffee. And you brought some great local coffees.
I did. These are just our new ones. So cool. So probably the first to come in was this Noggin Bonkin.
This one?
And that's just fun to say.
I love the name
That's
of
very
it.
fun to say.
That's awesome.
This is actually air roasted. I'm not a coffee roaster, so I don't know exactly what that fully entails, but apparently it's more kind of like popcorn, kind of roasting.
Interesting.
Roast with air instead of like an actual like fire.
Okay.
So pretty cool, but their coffee is so good.
I was going to say, Jeremy's a coffee connoisseur, really. It would be interesting to taste the difference, wouldn't that be?
Yes, and I was thinking I'm going to roast my own coffee beans in my air fryer to see what happens.
Oh, maybe not.
You're going to start your own coffee company?
It's called air fried coffee.
Wait, let's think about that. That might be a better name. Okay.
Apparently, he did say, like, that feeling you get in your stomach when you drink too much coffee?
Yes.
Which is,
It's like a
so
heavy...
crazy. Oh, my gosh. Apparently, that's supposed to cut down on that, like the acid or something.
Oh,
Okay.
So.
Cuts the acid down.
Well, that's good because Kelly knows I drink a lot of coffee and I have a lot of the acidy feeling in the afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's good, Haley. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
air roast.
Okay.
Camacho coffee is wonderful. They're from Colombia, and they have all kinds of delicious. This Highlander grog is probably my favorite, and it is so delicious. And they're the only of these that have the pods.
Oh, I love the
Oh, nice.
pods.
That's a nice option.
Like if you have a Keurig or something.
Are those the beans, or is that the ground?
I think they're all ground in here.
I like it when it's ground because it's easier. Even though I do have I have a bean
one.
grinder, coffee grinder.
These guys come in ground and whole bean, and these guys come in ground right now, but they will come in whole bean. So
Yeah, people like to have the option.
Oh yeah, definitely fresh coffee,
Fresh.
especially those French press people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Should've
yes.
brought it this
You
time.
should have
I'm
brought
so
it.
mad at myself.
Haley Page.
Jesus.
That's all right.
And then look, got your six.
Got
which I
your
love.
six.
For sure.
The guy who let me in this morning, he's like, "You got your six?" And it's so funny how many people will call them out, like by name, like, "Do you have that coffee?" So I
Local
love that.
company, veteran-owned.
Absolutely.
Supporting the veterans, and I've seen this at Price Cutter, so
Yes,
I know
they're
exactly where to
wonderful.
find this.
Yep.
That is great.
Sometimes you can find the local stuff in the local sections and in the sets, but we're kind of back and forth. But we're trying to figure it out right now. So
Right.
be patient.
Here and there and everywhere.
But for sure, all these coffees are in the actual coffee set. Coffee Ethic at the end, they're coming in today into the East Battlefield, West Republic, and they just went into Waynesville, and they're going into Hollister tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful packaging. Don't you love the colors?
Love it.
So beautiful, and apparently it's compostable.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Well, but the inside packaging is about to be. So if you open up, I think the one on the other end.
This one, the green one.
Yeah.
Oh, open. How do we open it? Just take the
Lift
top
up,
off?
yep.
Okay.
How much fun?
That
at
is
that.
so cool.
How beautiful.
Now, you have several options here. We were just talking about, we've got a decaf. Now, I mean, some people, Jeremy drinks enough coffee that, honestly, this is what I wonder about with you. You can drink it like at night, regular coffee,
Yes.
and it
Yes,
doesn't
no.
affect you.
No, it does
So
not.
how does it
Sure.
affect you in the morning in a good way? Like to give
Well,
you
it does wake me up in the morning,
Okay.
though, because I think I've been fasting from coffee for at least 8 hours
So
of
you
sleep,
feel that-
and then
you feel it.
it then wakes me up. If I could go without coffee for a week and then drink it again, I'd probably be off the
You'd
walls.
have a, yeah.
You want to know
Probably.
something weird? It doesn't affect me either, but I stopped drinking coffee for like, I don't know, a couple weeks, and I did not ever get a headache. Like, it was the weirdest thing. Like, I was totally fine, so my mind's kind of crazy with that,
See,
but I still
I
love
would. My
it.
dad and I are the same way. If we go off caffeine, we have to wean ourselves off
Yeah.
because my dad will get terrible headaches.
Yeah.
I get terrible
It's
headaches.
awful. I'm the same way, too.
I got really, really lucky.
What is the cold brew here?
Honestly, I think
I don't
a lot
know
of
how to make
options.
cold brew.
I don't know
I don't even know how to make it.
apparently it tastes best
Cold.
brewed,
Okay.
yeah, cold. So
Because-
you brew it regular and then
You know what that reminds me of? Is
Kill
like,
it.
when you make tea, even iced
Yes.
tea, you put the water on the pot, you put the tea bags in, you bring it to a boil,
And
then
then
put
you
it,
make it
and,
iced.
and then you make it iced.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I'm wondering if that's kind of a similar way
It could be.
to make cold. I don't know.
But you have lots of options here, and the back says cup, people, earth. So they're taking care of making sure everything's biodegradable and that sort of thing.
oh, for sure. It's so cool. Like, that local people really care
Yeah.
just a little bit more about that, it feels like, because it's more close to home, and I don't know. It's
Well, I
beautiful.
think, too, a lot of people think local just because that affects us daily. You know, when you look at national stuff, you're like,
Right.
oh, well, that's over in California, or that's over.
Yeah.
You know, the local stuff really does affect us here, and helping a local business
Yeah.
is amazing because it's helping our local
Yeah,
community.
the little bit that you can do. I've
Yeah.
been recycling for 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit. We
Just
can
a
all
little
just do
bit.
a little
If we
bit.
all did a little bit, just like
Yeah.
these guys, actually, they give back to the community. They give back to the service workers and stuff. So that's so cool.
It
like
is.
so cool when you just love on your people.
Pay it forward.
Absolutely. And with coffee is even
With
better.
I know. Who doesn't like coffee? That's
So
wonderful.
wonderful.
Haley, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, because we have so many people out there with a local business, we met some people who are like almost this close to getting all of their licensing or certificates or whatever it is.
For sure.
You know,
Yeah.
how do they get in contact with you to maybe present an idea to you for a price cutter or
You
country
can
bars?
either Price Cutter Local is the page, the social media page, and then hpage, P-A-I-G-E, at pyramidfoods.net is my email.
Yeah, how great is that to have a local product? And really, I can't believe how many local products we have.
I know.
Yeah.
It's shocking to me.
Seriously.
There's almost
Aisles.
100 local brands in some of our East Battlefield store, and that means hundreds of products that are made locally.
That's great that
So
Price
cool.
Cutter's doing that because, you know, it's so hard to get your product into a company.
It
Yeah.
really is, but they've kind of made it a little bit more simple by having me, I guess, because then I can kind of help them through the process. It's not just give me your paperwork.
Right.
They don't
Yeah.
even know what that means sometimes. So,
Yeah.
and barcodes and like nutrition facts and stuff like that. It's kind of fun, you know,
Yeah.
working them through. Yeah.
And I think
that's
some people who are starting a local business thinks it would be way harder to do this, to get into a
Exactly.
store.
Yep.
And really, if you talk to Haley, she's going to help you through that.
It might not
You've
be
got
that
the
hard.
business, you've got the idea.
She's the liaison.
The liaison.
There she is. Right there.
No,
Yeah.
that really is great.
It is fun. I think it's so cool, and they keep bringing in more and more. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
And
that's
are you taking like we were talking about coffee today, but I mean you're talking any kind of food
Yeah.
and or household
Fresh
item?
produce,
Yes.
meat. I mean, everything. The canned products, I mean, yeah, household products. We have Lily's Floral, as you
Yeah, we
well
love,
know.
yeah.
They have such wonderful things. We actually just put in a soap brand called Poppy Seed the other day, and they make soaps that look like little pies. So I'm trying to get them. I'm trying to get them to put it in our floral shop, because then you can put it in a little pie tin and then just have them individually wrapped. Oh my god.
Oh, that'd be
that-
so
that's
cute.
a great gift idea.
Super cool. So we have all the departments that are willing to
Yeah.
look at these local products. Which
Yeah.
is
I just had a great idea for
What's
the
that?
holidays.
Yeah,
Is like
gift
you know
ideas.
at a price cutter, if you go in and take the things you want, they'll make a big gift basket out of it
Yeah.
for it. Find all local products.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
And then give that to your friends and family, and get them hooked on something
Yes,
that's local,
definitely.
and then it starts that cycle.
And then they will tell their friends, and then their friends will tell their friends, and
Absolutely.
then you're buying more local, and that's a win-win for everybody.
Yes.
I buy my sister local stuff sometimes, like that I love, and it's for her, but it's really so she'll buy it at
Yeah,
the store.
at the store.
We turned around to Jake's Taco, which, oh my gosh.
It's so
did
good.
the
We did
crumbles
that,
last
yeah.
time. Oh my gosh. Those microgreens that we have, it's aquaponically grown in the ladies' like home. It's
Yes.
awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So it might not be that hard to get in.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you for your
Haley.
help. You make it
Yeah,
easy,
thank
Haley.
you.
Appreciate you. All right, we'll be back, guys. Stay right there. That's pretty
I know. I just love good packaging.
Yeah.
But I love it.